But Shubhati, always great having you on the show. Thank you so much for your time today and joining in. Just a minute left to go before we ring the closing bell for the day. And today, of course, the biggest casualties have been Axis and HDFC Bank, which have single-handedly, along with Kotak, of course, contributed maximum to the market fall today. Having said that, the Nifty has managed to resurrect itself in terms of where it started off in trade. From there, of course, we've recovered quite a bit of lost ground. Power, pharma, textile, oil and gas, metals and FMCG have been the leading sectors today, while private banks clearly has been the biggest drag. PNB held out well. The breadth of the market opened quite nicely. JSW Energy did quite okay. Union Bank held out nearly about 5% in trade. Oil India was up over 4%. And then Manappuram as well, which held out 4% in today's trading session.
Okay, let's quickly also pick up on some names which came out with numbers through the weekend. Axis Bank was the top casualty from that list. 5.5% lower. HDFC Bank down 5+% now at close. India Cements is the other one, 4.5% lower. Yes Bank down 3, IDBI Bank down 2.5, Kotak Mahindra Bank down 2. The only bank possibly sitting in the green is an ICICI Bank and a PNB, of course. Those margins getting better, clearly working in favor of PNB. So some very strong moves seen on that stock. There's RBL also, which is closed in the green. Outside of that, Bansali Engineering came out with numbers, good numbers. Turtle Mint, first set of numbers declared 6.5% higher, and Tattva Chintan was the star of the day, 20% higher on the back of those numbers. We had a couple of initiating coverage notes. In fact, all of them buzzing in trade. Craftsman is up 3.5%, MQ Pharma up 4.5%, Sansera Engineering up 4%. All those three stocks on a tear as it's played out. Mrs. Bector's gains another 11% in trade today alone, outside of all of the moves it's made in the last few days of trade. IT was okay. We closed in around flattish on the IT index, but outside of that, PSU banks were the leaders in trade. 2.7% higher on Nifty PSU Bank, 1.4% on Pharma. Those were the two sectors which have done very well. 1% lower on the Nifty Bank, 0.25% lower on Nifty Auto and IT. That's how we've closed for the day. But Kunal, what do you expect from the rest of the week?
See, I would be bullish on the markets, and I think after this day of price consolidation for the indices broadly, the markets should gather pace at least by the end of this week. My expectation is that we could be hitting back towards at least 24,500 mark by the end of this week, because the next week expiry is actually showing a lot of built-up at the 25,000 call strike. So hopefully, I think by the end of this week, or at least by the mid of this week, we may try to test the 24,500 mark. So bullish on the index for the very short-term period.
Okay, Kunal, thanks as always for joining in. We'll catch you again tomorrow morning. In fact, on that note, we'll wind it up right here on this edition of Closing Trades. Thanks for watching.